Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, we never learned. Wow, just wow. Um, I was not expecting to feel some type of way about it, to be fair. I was pleasantly surprised with the overall outcome, and I'm actually really happy I watched it and kept up with it, even though it did start going a little bit a different path than I had previously started watching it for. Um, it didn't matter because it was still really good. Um, if you're into shows like this or some shows where love and all that stuff is kind of hard to understand for the characters, then yeah, I think I think a lot of people will enjoy this. But my problem is when it came down to seeing certain aspects of characters getting like millions of girls that just are okay with all falling in love and stuff. But this was the thing I was saying about the show as a whole is what happens at the end, right? Is somehow one girl out of like all of these girls who truly like and care about this guy ended up with him. So, like it's one of those things where if there was any other I don't know, if anybody really wanted to, I don't think a lot of people would question the choice of making him be with all the girls, because even the show itself played that like trope on me. And I was actually terrified. I was like, no, no, please tell me you're not about to straight up give this man every single girl. Please don't. And then they didn't. They almost did. They straight up pulled the string. Like, you know what? Let's just mess with everybody, right? Like, let's just make sure they know that, they practically knew that I was someone out there guessing that this was a thing, right? Like, guessing that there was some weird aspect of their love and how they were trying to put it out necessarily, I guess you could say, by them showing us multiple characters that potentially has a chance to be with him. They were always telling us, like, hey, keep your eyes open, see which one seems like the better girl. And I guess we always had our answer with our swimmer girl because she's always just been there. She's the childhood friend all the way to, she was the one who actually had a crush on him and actually wanted him to notice her and all that stuff. So things like that make sense for her to come out on top. And I pretty much called it as well that if anybody was going to win, it was probably her. But then they played a weird way of going about it in the case of like, oh, but as soon as it happens, or as soon as this all starts taking place, uh, it's one of those instances where you're kind of like, oh, well, if this is happening, then maybe there's something else they're trying to show us. Like, childhood friend, she's wearing the costume that he made her and all that stuff. But the whole point of this week's episode was to find out whoever touched hands or something along those lines during the fireworks was going to be matched together. And instead of showing us exactly who it was when there was two good candidates that it could be at the moment that they show us, was pretty sneaky on their part. They wound up showing us the girl who makes all the udons and the swimmer girl like perfectly together, right? Like they perfectly just happened to have these short hairs that I was like, wait a minute. That's definitely not the blue-haired girl, and it's definitely not the teacher helping him up after he gets pushed, So I was like, who else could it be with hair like that? And I didn't even put two and two together on the swimmer girl. I thought as soon as I saw that hair, I thought of Udon Girl, and it supposedly wasn't. So if that was nice surprise on that part too. Like the whole time they were just seeing if you cared about these characters or if you cared about knowing where they were going to end up in the future and with who, that's how you know you cared. Is because you see this stuff and you actually get I actually got kind of mad. I was like, that's how they're ending it. It's open-ended to just one of the short-haired girls. I was about to be angry, but it wasn't the case, thankfully. But still, they know how to play with people's emotions. uh, but all that being said, everybody, I definitely am looking forward to seeing more of just what transpires in this show. Not in this show, sorry. What transpires, like, for them as people after all. I mean, the way that they're playing with this in-game scenario afterwards, it's like they had gone through a massive time skip the way that they were looking. But I guess after they graduated, they had all that summertime to relax and, you know, get new hairstyles and all that stuff. So it makes sense that they look a little bit different. But man, did anyone else get like a little bit choked up seeing them actually get into college and, you know, do the things that they wanted to do? Not only that, uh, my blue-haired angel straight up getting her information being relief, and we seen the dad like peering in the door because he still is kind of a terrible father, or feels like one maybe. I don't know. It's weird that he wasn't in there with her, so I was guessing he probably still felt bad about something. Or he just doesn't know how to really express himself when it comes to his daughter. But if it's other students that he might be able to be with, oh yeah. But we also found out that was a lie as well. And he was only going there to see his daughter, but then he used the other girl as a backup plan to not have to worry about what's his face. He didn't have to worry about looking his daughter in the face and be like, "Yeah, I came here for you," and he didn't want to say that. So I thought that was pretty funny. But overall, man, this show definitely had me choked up on a thing that I was not expecting to be choked up about, to be fair. And it was nice. It was nice while it lasted. Hold on. Needed to sneeze. Um, I don't know though. I'm looking forward to seeing more shows and whatnot, but this show never came out on Monday. I just never only had one show that came out on this day, and now it's gone. So now that I had nothing, I thought I'd at least put this show here, and now I'm kind of mad that I waited so long to actually watch it, because it was an amazing episode and emotional. So yeah, let me know if you're happy with the outcomes, if you wanted our main guy to end up with somebody else, or if you actually wanted it to even remotely have some like correlation to anything of them actually showing some affection towards each other, right? Like all they did was he got helped up, looked at his hand, and that was about it, right? Like there wasn't really much more to look into after that happened. So um, I can definitely understand why some people probably aren't as happy with the outcome, including with it being built up quite a bit and then just having it end the way it did. So overall, though, we definitely are going to be getting some more animes soon. So hopefully they're not that bad, and you know, people can actually enjoy them. Because as of right now, I have nothing to watch on Mondays, or almost nothing to watch on We Never Learn days either. So this is about to be a huge change to the channel when it comes down to either I have a crap ton of anime to talk about because a lot of good stuff drops, or I have like no anime to talk about because there's just nothing really coming out anymore until the big drops. All the things we're seeing trailers for and stuff that people have been talking about for a while. So yeah, We Never Learn has come to its inevitable conclusion, and I already kind of miss it. We didn't get a, oh, to be continue, none of that. It was just like, yeah, they're gone. Like, it's over. have fun. You won't be seeing these characters again because they got their lives to live and they can't be on camera. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to really feel about how it all ended really. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I didn't really have any problem with it, but I can imagine some people did, or some people have something that they didn't really care for. So there's always there. I would love to hear that opinion or whatever the case may be, but with all that being said, everybody have an awesome day, night, evening, and I will definitely try to get to you some content as soon as I possibly can, find some stuff that I'm interested in, and just give you my honest opinions like always. So if you were here with me throughout this, thank you so much, and take care. Peace. Oh, and I am your boy, the Anime J. Later.